there might be an out.
We're house hunters.
We are house hunters. We're just two dudes looking for houses in this seemingly retirement community behind the hotel down the line here.
I know they don't let you park on the street. This doesn't have on-site parking, so if you want street parking, this is not the neighborhood for you.
It is not.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Riding with Jonathan. I am navigating a roundabout. I am your host, Jonathan Larson. Today, I am with Patrick Kirby from Do Better Consulting.
Do good better.
Do good better.
Gooder of the do, yeah, whatever, yeah.
Be the best that you can be gooder.
Do that.
Yeah. So he is here again, part of our North Dakota tour, and we are in West Fargo. So I'll turn it over to you and you tell us a little bit about what it is you do.
Well, first of all, thank you for allowing me to be in fundraisers in vans getting frappuccinos. I appreciate that as a great bit. I run Do Good Better. We're a consulting firm that helps nonprofits suck less at fundraising.
Okay.
And I mean that in the nicest possible way. There's no person that goes to school for this.
Correct.
Right? You just end up being an accidental fundraiser wherever you go, which I think is one of the unique qualities of us in the nonprofit sector. But you do it because you're passionate about a project or an organization or a mission, and then somewhere along the line someone says, hey, you have to fundraise, and you're like, oh crap, I don't know how to do that. So most people don't know how to do it. I spent my entire 2+ decades of trying to figure out how to make this as easy as possible to teach people how to fundraise, make their life a lot easier, tell better stories, etc. And that's what I get to do for a living, which is pretty cool.
All right. So you've been doing this for 20 years?
Yeah.
Wow, time flies, doesn't it?
It's exhausting. Yeah. It's exhausting, and then you think back, you're like, boy, how things have changed, and then you go, no, they've really been staying the same. It's really kind of amazing. And you know this too, in auction world, where you think of something really cool, and then you can always go back, you're like, 15 years ago we did something similar like this, and all the cycles back, and it's really kind of awesome.
You just honk and wave.
I like that.
Honk and wave. I'm just meandering, and then once I get to a certain point, then you might just have to give me directions, or we'll just meander, and then you got to get me back.
Here's a fun fact. You got in the car, or you picked up somebody with the sense of direction of a 2-year-old. So I have no idea where we're going, where we are, or where this leads to. So this is going to be an adventure for both of us.
Yeah, because I'm the same way.
This is going to be great then.
I usually take my wife with me to get me places, so it'll be fine.
You started in North Dakota. We're going to end up in Wisconsin.
Probably.
So this is going to be a good adventure. Yeah.
It's going to be a very long episode. So where do you work? Not just your area of coverage. Is it nationally? Are you locally? What do you encompass?
I find myself 60% here locally, and then 40% regionally, and then a smattering of national. So you know this, if you go online, the best thing that ever happened to me, which is a weird thing to say, COVID. Yep. Because it forced myself to go online and kind of teach people what I knew about fundraising, and so we expanded kind of our influence or the number of people who kind of learned about us. So we just kind of got to talk anywhere. We started a podcast that was kind of that. We did a lot of online webinars. So we talk a lot in national spaces, but really if I'm doing one-on-one groups, it's usually regionally, it's a lot locally. It's kind of where we concentrate. And then it's really small, medium-sized nonprofits. We're not looking at the big kids who need to raise $50, $75 million. I love the idea of getting together with someone who has an audacious goal for fundraising, but maybe hasn't raised anything more than $100,000 or $50,000 for their entire life, and then letting them see how they can grow. That light bulb moment was the thing for me that I keep chasing. When they feel like they understand it, or they get it, or they get that first big gift that they consider themselves a big gift, and then just chasing that rabbit. It's the best feeling in the entire world.
All right, so you do the consulting part of it. You don't do the auction part of it.
I don't.
But you do everything else leading up to it, which is all very important because it all ties together. I mean,
100%.
You got to have your story right. You got to know why you're doing this or what you're planning on doing, and stuff like that. What did you do before you got into this?
So I was a politics major in college, which meant I was immediately unemployed upon graduation. They don't tell you this immediately. So I got my first gig doing fundraising and alumni work at my old high school. So I did Catholic school fundraising, did a couple of events, would do some letters and emailing early on in emailing to alumni. Side note, I was the head of weddings. So we had a chapel in our school. So I got to help do weddings. That made life a lot easier when I had to do my own. And then I went to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. I was a fundraiser there, and then I got moved up to North Dakota. And then I was a fundraiser for the Ann Carlson Center, which is this wonderful place out in Jamestown, which you will pass on your way down here on your tour in North Dakota, that helped individuals and young kids with severe developmental disability and delay. And that was my first big foray into major gift fundraising, is kind of how I got started in there. And throughout that, I was always doing special event fundraising, so always the galas and the that kind of thing. And you're right, it's so intimately connected, because if you don't have the right people in the room, it doesn't matter how good you are. Trying to get blood from a stone is dang near impossible. If you're coming in and you don't have a great story, a compelling story, or impact notes on like what money's going to be used for, God, you're just hanging out there in the wind. And so this really wonderful symbiotic relationship between auctioneer, thought process of what you're trying to raise money for, it has got to be there. And I learned that at a really early age in my fundraising journey, for sure.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so we met at a conference. We didn't really meet. I said, hey, this is me. And you said, this is me. We shook hands, and then we both went and spoke in our rooms. And then that was it. And then I did check out your webpage, and I know that what we do really aligns with each other a lot. Like, we're not like competing. It's like, I will probably tell you the same things that he's telling you, and that would work well together for the organization. It's like a win-win where there's just so much that goes into it. You put so much work into it that you just don't want to turn it over to just chance. No, I think that's actually where I find your zone of genius, is reminding people that this is not by happenstance. Like all the good work that is done in special event revenue or galas or auctions like that, all the work you put into it prior to the event is the direct result of the event. And in fact, I like to take it a step further, and I say, actually, what you do afterwards is almost as important as what you do night of. Because if you don't say thanks, if you don't follow up, if you don't share what the impact of your night was actually afterwards, you're never going to get another gift. And so, again, watching you work, and again, watching your videos work, and even sneaking in and watching you talk a little bit about auctions and the importance of it, and here's what you should be looking for. There's such an attention to detail on why that person bought that. Why did they spend the trip to Orlando, for example? Do they have kids there? Do they like Disneyland? What do you know about them? Do they bring their family there every single year? What can you learn about that? And you use that information to do your follow-ups to say, thanks for your gift, I hope you have a great time. Did you know that your donation this round allowed us to do this, this, and this? And then you're asking questions, or you're being curious. The same way that I'm guessing you tell all of your clients is, know who's in the room. Is there a way to pre-sell some of this? Are you doing a fund to need? Are you doing all these kind of elements that are the most important stuff, rather than the big show? The big show is you taking your obscene talents and matching it all and putting it all together. Poof! Now you got yourself a fundraising bonanza. Exactly. You want to respect people's time, and you want to give them an opportunity to give.
Yes.
You definitely want to do that. And like I always say, if people have to think, they're not going to give. So if you make it too difficult, and they're like, if you make it too much like a carnival, they're not going to give. And I would also say, no matter how great and big the speaker is, nobody's going to give more because that speaker was at your event. it's probably could be worse because they're like, well, all the money they raise tonight is going to go to pay for putting on this event.
Yes.
And you got to be careful of that. And
if you're attracting people who just want to be around a celebrity and not because of your cause,
yes,
you're attracting the wrong people to your event. And I would much rather have 100 people who love your cause more than anything, rather than have 1,000 people when majority of them don't know who you are and could not care less. Am I wrong to assume that that's kind of your best policy?
That absolutely. And I call it, I want bidders and not bodies. So when I go in and I'm like, what's your goal? That. And they're like, trademark.
Damn it.
And I'm like, what's their goal? And then they're like, well, we want 900 people. And I'm like,
vanity metrics. That's vanity metrics, nothing else.
Terrible.
And it doesn't raise you money?
It doesn't. Like in COVID, we did a couple in Sioux Falls in South Dakota where I am that gets, we still had events.
Sure.
Some of them said, hey, you know what, we're going to do it. And at one organization, we went down from probably 600 and some people to less than 100, around 100.
Yeah.
We had a record-breaking year.
Yeah. Yes.
And the reason is because at any one of these events, no matter how many people are there, there's really only a handful of people that are really giving.
Yeah.
And you really want to cater to them. The other you're just paying for the meal and stuff like that. You're not making it. So really the best way to do is just hone it down, find out who your real big donors are, and then go from there.
Yeah. Yes. Well, so I need to ask your opinion on this, and I think you and I are very much aligned on this. How necessary is it to have a fund-a-need element in your auction, in your event, in your agenda, in your schedule?
Oh, 100%. 100%. You should have it. And I took the wrong turn, so now I'm on a busy road.
Now you're coming into my neighborhood, so now I give you the back tour in the West Fargo area for sure.
And so,
and if you want a golf cart, here, this is an availability here.
Yeah, I got room on my trailer.
Dang it.
Maybe I could do it.
I think so.
We could do it. We could end this interview in a golf cart.
I love this. Yeah.
We could just switch over. No, the fund admission, the paddle race, that's big. Like for instance, I was just in one. And I'm not going to say the date or the time because it didn't happen this recently, but it did some filming. And they brought me down and they had a goal of $30,000. And they put a heart on there and they had the thing. They said, we want to raise $30,000. That would be awesome.
Yep.
I started out and I asked for $5,000 and I got 3 hands.
Yep.
And I took those numbers and I stayed there and I got 3 more.
Yep.
So by my math, that's $30,000 right there, 6 people.
Yes.
So I'm like, no, let's keep going. We went all the way. We got down to the hundreds, and I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go into this neighborhood. I think.
I love it.
Let's just keep going. This is what we can do at 100.
Yeah.
I bet I had 70 some hands up at 100.
You can go this way too. Yeah.
And and we raised $87,000. 87 when they were like, they were hoping to get 30. Hoping to get 30. They were even worried about that. And I'm like, the thing is, and you know this.
Yes.
You just have to ask. People want to give. If they know about your organization and they're in line with it and they love it and they think it's great, you can't be afraid to ask and guide them a little bit. They're not just going to write you out a check for $2,500 or $1,000. They can't read your mind. So
weird.
Yeah, I know. But if you just say, hey, could you give this amount?
Right.
They're like, I think I could do that.
So if you're a medium-sized nonprofit, you've got an organization, if you've got something that you want to do, or you've got an event, you want to add a fund-a-need, here's how you would lay it out. Set a goal. What do you want to raise, and then take that and say what does that amount do for the organization? Right. That's your storyline.
Yep.
So let's just say it's $30,000. How many kids is that going to impact? How many kids is that going to feed? How many animals is that going to serve? How many school children get to go on X, Y, and Z? Whatever your impact is, craft that out. Now, before you walk into the event, make sure that you're having conversations with your best friends who are coming to the event and say, hey, listen, we're doing a fund-a-need this year. We're just asking people to raise their hand. It goes directly to the mission.
Yeah.
Could I count on you to raise your hand at one of these levels? 5, 25,000, 500, whatever. Get some name on the level. It'll make you feel a heck of a lot better knowing that you at least have something in the hopper before anybody else, number one. Number two, you're already having pre-conversations with your donors who are going to be at that event. So they're already thinking about giving in a different way. They're not going to get anything, they're not going to get a trip, it's whatever, but they're going to help you build the momentum, and then makes your job a heck of a lot easier because you now know to build on that momentum, and getting an expert like this is what you need to do. Don't let this, never let your board chair who's like done this before do it. Get somebody who has gone through Fund and Needs, who understands the psychology of leveraging momentum, who's got the quips they have been equipped to use over these years, and then you just go to town. And people want to be asked, they want to participate, they want to help reach a goal, and when they do reach the goal, they want to exceed it, and they want to be a part of this gigantic thing together. It's amazing.
I'm watching the helicopter. Sorry, the helicopter's landing at the hospital. I'll have it in the video in the front if you guys can see it.
I also have never been in a helicopter ride before. That terrifies me about how they're just hovering at that moment too.
I know, they just like land right on there. You're
good.
Absolutely right. And on that whole fund mission, I love the live auction because then that's a chance for me to be entertaining and let the audience get to know me before I go out there and really ask for money. It's kind of like, okay. But another thing is that they got to know that I'm genuine, that I really care about this organization. You know, if you just throw somebody up there and they're just doing it and they're just dinking around, that doesn't come off as wholesome. That's like, wait, if you have somebody up there that knows about your organization, is up there fighting for it, and is an ambassador, I mean, it can go a long ways.
I think it's a really clear indication of a great auctioneer who does a lot of pre-work with organizations to understand what they're trying to do and accomplish. You guys go straight here and we can navigate ourselves back here. That understand what you're trying to accomplish, who may understand and meet some of your donors prior to the event itself, so they meet you, like you, love you, are entertained by it, and then all of a sudden makes life a lot easier as well too. And you don't have to fight as hard. It becomes part of the thing. And then once you raise that amount of money in that small short period of time, that can become the pinnacle of your event. And it becomes, you now attract people who want to raise more money the year after year. And I think that's really an incredible asset to your next year as well.
I think so. I just did a consulting with someone, and we're going to do a fund mission, and they were like, it's kind of like a restructuring year. They don't know how much they're going to make, and I'm like, are you going to tell people what the total was? And they're like, well, we will if it's like so much. But my thought and what I suggested was, you should always let people know how good they did. Everybody wants to know how well they did. They're there, they're fighting for you. Some of these organizations, they raise this money, but then you don't hear about it, or maybe you get an email or something down the road or something. But if you just thank them and you come up afterwards and be like, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to your generosity, we were able to raise $30,000 here tonight. Then people go, wow, we did good. Like, we're winning, and they're part of something that's successful. I'm gonna let these cars just go around me because it's wide enough. And they can be a part of something that's successful. Nobody wants to be part of an event that doesn't ever have enough money. Nobody's ever like, we give them money, but I don't think it's gonna make a difference. They're so far behind. So
here's another thing too. If you feel bad about, maybe, let's just say you put $100,000 as your goal, or $50,000 as your goal, and you don't make it. And you're like, well, I don't want to say anything out loud because we didn't make our goal. Okay, you got to reframe that for sure. Now you want to say, you helped us raise $38,000, and that allows us to do this, this, and this. And without your help in the room tonight, we wouldn't have been able to do it. So now it's a win rather than a, oh no, I didn't make it. And again, go back to, you know, those that didn't show up, or those that couldn't make it to your event, and you can have another campaign of people at the end of the year or whatever, and capture those folks who weren't in the room, and then help you get to that goal down the line. You don't have to hit everything night of. If you don't, it's okay, because you still made a difference. And to not acknowledge that, to your point, super a bummer. I think for everybody, it's a bummer.
It is, but if you don't, instead of putting out a huge goal, because we don't just put out like wishful thinking, you know, like that.
No.
So like if you don't think you're gonna get close to 100, don't put 100. You don't even have to say a goal in some cases, and you can tell them afterwards, like, ladies and gentlemen, we had a goal of raising $40,000. Tonight we were able to raise $50,000, and so then, you know, then they're like, oh, we did do really well, and that was great.
Yep.
And so, also getting back to when you're asking your donors, it's a four-way stop.
It is.
I gotta pay attention and drive. Now I'm talking. But when you go and ask those for pre-secured bids for the fund mission for the paddle race, what you're doing is you're reaching out to your donors, like you said, but it's also making them feel a lot more important. Like, wow, you're calling me, I can help you, and this is one-on-one. Instead of like at the event, they can be like, hey, we need a leader, we need somebody to step up. Would you be willing to be that guy? Would you step up and give us this much money?
Use the phrase cornerstone. Would you be our cornerstone donor to kick us off or to make this a thing? Yeah, that sounds awesome. I would love to. Thanks for asking me. Or and you're not asking people who have never heard about your mission. No. These are people who love what you do.
Absolutely.
I like that you got to a nice roundabout.
You like this roundabout?
Yeah, I
wanted to show you these houses, and we are probably two of the worst people to be driving around
if
and
people
talking.
Didn't believe us prior to seeing what's happening now.
You want to check out a book at the library?
Yeah, I do. There's a Julia Child book in there. I think I like that. Yeah,
there's Aesop's Fables.
Nice.
So we are literally just driving around, and I'm just trying to get into places where cars would stop getting behind me, and we'll try to find our way home.
I feel like we're gut instinct. Don't hold me to this, because again, I'm terrible. I think we're close in this neighborhood.
Okay. I think
mostly because I haven't seen a car down there.
Okay, we'll go straight.
I like that.
Okay, so we got the cornerstone. We got these large donors. It just is personalized. And again, the end of your night, checkout, or however you handle it, that's the first impression for next year's event.
It is.
So when they're thinking next year, like, oh, are we going to go to that again? They're not going to remember the first part. Nope. They're remembering, how did checkout go? How was the event? Did they ask us for money in a timely manner? Because believe it or not, people know you're going to ask them for money. So don't make them wait all night for that shoe to drop kind of a deal. It's like, what do we...
She wanted to see what this bus was.
Yeah, she's like, somebody's coming up on me really slow.
Jonathan, to your point though, what I am obsessed about more recently than ever is at the end of the night until the next year, what is your rhythm of reaching out and talking to all of your guests to talk about the impact that they made throughout the year? Because if you only ask your guests and the only thing you talk to them about is, please give us money, they're gonna figure you out real quick, right? And so they're like, oh, well, they just want more money from me, rather than they want to give me an update on anything, or rather than being excited about what they helped you accomplish, or like, how, God, that guy's got a really nice lawn.
He's got a really nice lawn.
This makes me so angry that I don't have a lawn that looks like that. And I could blame my kids. I won't, but I could. But now you just have to have this constant rhythm. Did we find another roundabout? I thought it was another roundabout too, and I was like, I'd be so proud of us.
Two dudes like creeping around neighborhoods.
Hey, first of all, I think this van idea is the greatest thing in the entire world, number one.
Thank you.
Number two, I think you're doing a disservice by not having something like free candy on the side, because that is a hilarious bit. In the neighborhoods in which we get lost in.
Yeah, I usually go downtown when I'm back home and stuff like that, but there's still like those people walking that you could do it to. But I think, I don't know, it's like some negative connotation towards like candy and vans. You know what I mean? I don't know.
But it's Halloween. I feel like we can get away with it. It's almost Halloween. It's the fall.
Hey kids, you want some candy?
Hey, don't worry about it. Get in there.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
That's
We're going to talk about fundraising.
It's fine. So good. Have you found an item or a thing that over your years doing this that is just always good to have in your back pocket? Like, is it a private dinner? Is it the expensive bottle of bourbon? Is it the, you know, cupcakes with a kid? What's the thing that you or let me ask you this question. Let me turn this question on you, sir.
Okay.
What's your most favorite thing that you've ever auctioned off, even if it didn't raise as much money as you thought it should?
Oh man, I don't
ask the hard-hitting questions here.
You do. I've had some great things, and just kind of fun to do. And my recent one was a Tom Ford purse. I like purses. I like bags.
Sure.
I like stuff. You know, I can appreciate that. I'm glad I'm not a woman and carry one because I'd be broke.
True.
But it was valued at $2,000.
I love it.
And this was the same one where I raised a lot in their fund mission. And I sold it for $5,800.
Oh my God, yes.
And the people there, you know, as I'm doing this, and it's like going up in price and all this stuff, people are like, wow, I can't believe she's paying $5,800 for this purse.
Yeah.
She didn't pay $5,800 for the purse. She paid that amount to the organization, who in turn was going to help all these kids and these families in need. So when you go to these events, it's not about really what you get. That's basically just a thank you for giving you money.
Yes.
No matter what it is, it's just like, hey, thanks. Because you're overpaying. But what you're doing is you're like, hey, we want to help this organization. I'm going to give this amount of money. And we're like, hey, here's a purse. So every time now she carries this purse, or if she does, whatever she does, it'll remind her of how many people she was able to help during that event.
That reframe is so good. That reframe is so good. I think we're, as fundraisers,
yes,
and especially if you're working in like a special event or whatever, you're so hung up on that gross number, that number that you're trying to hit, you're obsessing over it time after time. You forget why on earth you're doing it sometimes, because you're bogged down with logistics and worried about ticket sales and sponsorships or whatever. And you sometimes forget that, hey, by the way, this is further our mission.
Yeah.
We should probably keep remembering that.
I think it's easy to get lost in that. And just to remind people, like, especially while I'm doing the auctions, like, this is what you're doing. Like, how many people can you help by doing this or continuing the service? And then there's no deals at my auctions. Like, you don't want those people coming to look for a great deal. I don't like trips as much. I don't like consignment. I'm one of the fewer auctioneers that will not push you into consignment.
You and I are on the same page.
Because here's the deal. I get paid by the consignment companies if I'm with them.
Yep.
Okay, I'm only with one right now because I don't care.
Yep.
I get paid to sell it.
Right.
The donor's getting a great package for a good deal.
Yeah.
The nonprofit only makes money after everybody else is satisfied, and then whatever's
100%.
left, and I don't like giving money back, for that matter. You can find stuff that was donated to you that I could sell for way more money, and you don't have to worry about, okay, what was our cost on that, and what do we have to do?
Yes.
I will help you out with a few companies. I can do it. I'm not saying that, but there's just so much stuff out there that you can do. I want to pull over and do rapid questions with you, but I don't want to do it in front of like somebody doing a garage sale or something. So
it's also true.
So date night packages is one that I do that I really like, and basically it's like dates for a year, and I'll just give this one up. So you just get your board together and you're like, okay, tell me your perfect date. And then they all say what their perfect dates are. And then I'm like, okay, go get those packages.
Yes.
So then you auction that off. And then what can happen is they can get that package and they can use it whenever they want. They can divide it up with their kids or whomever they want to give to. We're in a neighborhood, so we're going to go fast because otherwise we're right by a fire hydrant. So if there's a fire, we have to move.
We're in a van in a neighborhood, not a circle, but almost. This is great.
Yeah. I'll show them. There's going to be great. We've passed this guy walking like 4 times. Okay, are you ready?
I am.
Is your bed made right now?
Yes, but only because my wife did it.
Perfect. What was the best decision of your career?
Taking a leap and starting my own consulting firm so that I could share my knowledge with other people. It's the most fun I've ever had in the history of me doing fundraising.
That's a great answer.
Thank you.
How
dare you?
What's your coffee order?
Black coffee, that's it.
Okay. Do you have a Starbucks name, or when you go to a place and they ask you your name, do you have an alias that you give them?
I wish I had a cool one, but my name Patrick is so easily spelled that I don't need to like come and worry about it.
You don't want to do that?
No.
Okay. What's your favorite movie?
Braveheart.
All right. Freedom. Karaoke song.
I will do Luck Be a Lady by, I'll do Luck Be a Lady, or I've now recently found that Be a Man in Mulan fits my range perfectly. I've yet to try it, but it's my next on my radar.
Okay. What was your favorite CD/album in high school?
Oh my God. Alice in Chains' Dirt. Okay. But I'm a 90s kid, so I was a grunge kid. Yeah.
What was your first job?
My first job was dishwasher at a retirement home.
Nice.
Gross.
Yeah. That's just still food, though.
But it's mushy, and it's a weird. It's a weird vibe.
It's a texture thing.
Yeah.
Morning person or night owl?
Both.
Really?
I'm an insomniac, and I like to wake up early.
Nice. I don't. Favorite type of work bag?
I like a. I just now became a backpack person. Right when it becomes not cool to have a backpack. Damn it!
Missed it by that
I did.
much.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, favorite meal.
I will eat pizza all the time. Just say pizza.
Okay.
Yep.
What's your most irrational fear?
That's a good one. Space. I'll never go to space. I'm never going to be invited to go to space.
Probably not.
The fact that being in space is fearful, and I think I blame it on the movie Event Horizon, that I'm terrified of it, and I will never go.
Well, that's a good fear to have, because the likelihood is
it's great.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
Again, irrational because I'll never experience it.
Exactly. What's in your trunk right now?
Books.
Okay.
My books.
Your books.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Peddling books.
Peddling books.
Hand them out at Costco.
Yep.
What's your favorite month?
I love June because I think the snow will be melted here in North Dakota by then, and I can get on the golf course early.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's not snowing right now.
No,
because
it could.
It could be. Yes. Yeah. What is the one thing you wish you enjoyed more?
Sleep. I wish I enjoyed sleep. I don't enjoy sleep. I think it's a waste of time. I could be doing useful things like playing video games, and that's terrible.
I wish I enjoyed video games more. I just never was any good at it. So, and what shoe do you put on first?
I am a left shoe person. God, what a great question. That's weird.
Yeah, everybody loves that question. My wife didn't think anybody would. See that, honey?
I love that.
If you're watching this,
I'm so sorry. He's right once out of every 13 times, and that's
maybe
it.
Not even that much. I wish she was here to tell us how to get home. So that's rapid questions. That's a little episode we do just to get, just to get things moving.
The blood flowing.
Yeah, just to, elevate this conversation a little bit.
I like it a lot.
It was kind of a dry, but when we're talking about this stuff, I'm super passionate about this. You're super passionate about it. We don't have enough time to really go into it. People be like, wow, that's too much information. Yes. We should be sending them money for all this free information.
Probably.
From this episode right here, you could change a lot of your event. You could look at it and you could make thousands more dollars. I mean, you really could if you really dove into it. Just some of the changes that I've made, some of the biggest changes I've made are timeline. Yeah. And I'm just like, can I just tweak your timeline a little bit? Yep. And it surprisingly changes the whole event and the tone of your event and what's going on.
I am so in favor of a shorter event now more than ever. Again, this, people have the attention span of gnats nowadays. I think gone are the days of the 6.5 hour gala where you've got the VIP thing and then the hour cocktail and then the dinner and then the thing and then the thing. And people are exhausted. They got stuff to do. So the shorter the timeline is great. I love that that's your number one, which is wonderful. I will always go in favor of think about who you are going to invite to the event. Yeah. Who's in the room? And I don't care how many people are in the room, who is in the room? Who's in the room? Are they your super fans? And are they people who are friends of your super fans so they can pump you up at the table too? I think that's a really good and important thing to have. It's the who. Yeah. It is. It's not how many. No. It's who's there. The other thing is people go to a lot of these events. They do. So it's like yours is special just like everyone else. Yeah. And it's kind of that theory. So some of these people
I did several in Bismarck one year, and I had 3 of them. I had a Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, all in a row. And I bet there was 6 to 10 people that were at each one of those events.
Yep.
That's a lot of events for these people to be at.
Yes.
And you got to make yours stand out, and you got to make them want to go to your event. Because I tell people, this is the other thing I do. I'm so brutally honest.
Yes.
Out of the 2 people that are coming to your event, one of them doesn't want to be there. One of them is asking, do we have to go?
Yep.
And especially like school events and stuff like that, one's going to be pulling harder than the other one. And you got to change their mind so when they get there, they're like, oh, that was way better than I thought.
Yeah.
Is this going to be another roundabout? I just have so many cars.
I bet it's
so many cars behind me.
Yeah. They're aggressively bumping up against
I know.
you.
Well, I got that.
I think they're curious more than
I have that Woody doll.
That's
from
true.
Toy Story, and they're
trying to snap
yeah,
selfies.
and they just like get close to it.
We're gonna end up on Facebook, but it's just in the back of our heads.
Yeah,
that's our
thing. I don't know what this is. It's no parking. So, anyways, what you do is nobody's ever complained about an event getting done sooner than they thought it was going to get done. This is not a roundabout, but it's like a parking lot turnaround.
I'm very excited about this area and neighborhood that I don't think we should be in.
Hey,
how you doing?
What? Nope. There might be an out.
There might be an out.
We're house hunters.
We are house hunters. We're just 2 dudes looking for houses in this seemingly retirement community behind the hotel down the line here.
I know they don't let you park on the street. This doesn't have on-site parking, so if you want street parking, this is not the neighborhood for you.
It is not.
All right, that was interesting.
I was.
So there's a lot of tips right there, and we could go on, and we might have to do a part 2 sometime. And
I'm gonna go chase you down the next time I'm in South Dakota, Sioux Falls. I'm gonna go and chase you down and go, hey, listen, we should probably do an episode. Maybe I'll grab my little golf cart car. Yeah. And then we'll just move the cameras into there.
Oh, that would be awesome.
And it'll be interesting to watch you try to fit into there.
Yeah, we just
cramped. It'd be a cramped car of fundraising strategies.
Well, I thought if I set my sights higher, you always have to set your sights higher. Right. I thought I would turn this into flying with Jonathan. Oh, and then I would just get people with private jets and stuff, and then just take them up. See,
that's season 3.
Yeah, season 3.
I think
flying with Jonathan.
If you dream it, you can do it.
You can.
That's your next pitch. I like that a lot.
That'd be good. Oh, that truck's low. We've gone. If you guys were watching, we've been going back and forth. It's been awesome. Patrick, thank you so much.
I'm so excited. Thank you very much for letting me hang out in your van, and thanks for calling me.
Yeah.
Again, 2-minute conversation in a conference. Immediately knew that you would be awesome to hang out with and chat with. And again, the vibe that you have is what I teach and I tell people to do all the time. Hire a professional. Can I make a sales pitch for you?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Would you just call the man? Find the professional. Go get them. You will make so much more money. You will feel so much more comfortable. You're going to raise so much more with so less stress. If you have somebody who knows what they're doing in the first place.
Yeah.
Call it.
It doesn't cost. It's an investment. I pay for myself in the end.
Right.
I mean, when you look at it, but I thank you. We'll probably be working together on other stuff.
100%.
You'll hear more about it. But thank you so much. I appreciate it, and we'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.